Hey guys, don't text that scumbag. Don't be like me. Don't text that person. Do not go back to that person. Do not call that person. Don't don't be like me. Let go. Please let go. Don't be that dumb ass bitch who says so much things and yeah. Like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Most of you women, maybe men, but this goes out for women because I know most women do this. You guys hold on to memories. Memories don't mean if he treated you like absolute ass. Memories do not mean anything. It's the actual person in general. If the person is shit, do not go back to that person. Please do not. Because I had a situation where, ew, even thinking about it, you're just like, brother, ugh. I had a situation where, I was still hanging on to this one person that, I was talking to or I was dating or whatever the fuck. And, we broke up. Things happened. After we did, that certain person kind of proves to you of why you guys aren't together anymore. So it kind of proves to me, but me being in my he'll change. Oh my gosh, he's gonna be a different person. I'm gonna change him phase. Me thinking I was gonna change that man. Nothing changed. Nothing changes. You cannot change another person. You cannot change another person's actions. You can't tell them how to think. You can't control them. You cannot control another person because if that was the case, they would be a dog, and nobody is a dog. Fortunately, he was not a dog. He was a rat. He was not a rat. Maybe a little, but you can't change another human being and make them behave how you want to behave. Because at this point, you're just putting your insecure, like maybe not insecurities, but you're projecting um, what you basically want in your man to be him. And if he's not that dude that you're thinking of, why be with him? You can't say this like, oh my gosh, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. I want you to be less this, less that. I want you to stop doing these things. These things piss me off. No, you can't you genuinely cannot do that, unfortunately, where you're just like making your dream man, you know. And that's what I low key wanted to do. I was pushing so much things onto my little brain, my big brain, but my little brain. And I was projecting. I wanted him to be more empathetic. I wanted him to be just a little bit more sensitive to most things because guys sometimes don't really know what they're saying. Unfortunately, I had fell victim to that where I was just like always going back and forth. I always was like, oh my gosh, you're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. And then, he'll make it up for some apology, and it doesn't matter. An apology does not matter most of the time. It really doesn't. I don't care what anybody says, it does not matter until that person actually puts in the work to do what they just said they weren't going to do. If they keep doing it, they don't respect you. They will disrespect you. They will disrespecting you. Because you know why? You keep allowing that shit. You keep allowing it. And that's exactly why they're fucking with you because you don't know how to walk away. You don't know how to walk away. You take disrespect. You always cry. And then on top of that, it's okay to cry, but don't cry in front of this man. No, no, I'm not going to say don't show no vulnerability, but if he's acting like a prick, then you're gonna expect prick activities and scumbag activities, unfortunately. Like I said, like you can't change anybody. You can really only change yourself. And one way, if you can't change him, leave him. Go for the next dude. Or don't even go for the next dude. Focus on your damn self. Don't expect so much things out of another person. Because nobody really has to do anything with you. Nobody has to respect you. Nobody has to be nice to you. You have to do you. And if they don't respect you, move on from them. Leave that situation before it becomes worse. You know, that's even some people in like abusive relationships. Now, I've never been in an abusive relationship, but I'm just saying, like, see all these women being in love with that person at such a young age, and then it the love at some point doesn't even turn into love anymore. It just becomes very obsessive. It doesn't become love. You're just mostly obsessed. And I think most of the reason why a lot of people are in relationships in the first place is because, I mean, they're lonely. We live in a lonely ass society. We just do. The men here, I mean, we really don't have to get started on the men, but if we're gonna talk about the men, men are very, very lonely. Especially we have the new AI, the new AI. I sound old as fuck, but we have AI, and you know, there's men who find love within robots and machines instead of real women. You have men who don't know how to talk to women. Dating in this society, we are kind of cooked. I still believe in it, but there's genuinely some people who are just really horrible people. And I just saw like the other day, like something on Twitter. Somebody, a woman, she was in a 11-year relationship or marriage, whatever, relationship with this dude. And, their son had died, you know, um, passed away or whatever. And they were grieving a lot, I mean, that's difficult as hell for you to even lose a child, lose a baby. You would think it would make them a little bit closer because they gone through that. Like when a person goes through a traumatic thing and then another person goes through that same traumatic thing at the same time, you think it would bring them a little bit closer, a little like, okay, I don't want to lose you too, but no. Tell me why this dude ended up going on a date with his best friend and then cheated on his 11-year-old relationship wife with the best friend after the son died. No, no, I'm going to commit arson. What do you mean you just cheated on me after our son literally died? Like, oh, fuck. It's not funny, but the way I read that and I completely know, like I know. I believe in love, I still do, but there's just so much things that can go wrong in a relationship, and this really goes into the account of you marrying or being with the wrong person. Even if you think you know them, you do not know that person. You do not know that person. Unless, like, no, there's no fucking unless you don't know their intentions. You think just because they've been together for 11 years and they've been married and they had a kid, even the kid, passing away, unfortunately, God bless him, you would think that would make them closer. No, she even said that they were distant or whatever. Distant. What am I doing? They even said they were distant away from each other after their son had died. Like, I just feel as if we're just a very lonely society. We find lust within everything. Back to what I was saying though, they've disrespected so many boundaries. Why are you still with them? It's like it doesn't change anything. Like even a baby, that other point or that other story that I just told, it just shows the point of like even a baby cannot keep the man. Even if you've been through the man with so much, that doesn't keep him. Even if you've been through so much trauma with him, that doesn't keep him. That doesn't make him respect you anymore. I mean, I've been through so much. Well, I'm not going to say so much, but I've been through some things and I've been through one traumatic incident with that so called person, and that didn't really change anything. Like, that didn't make him respect me even more. That probably did a little bit in the moment, but it's in the moment. Why are we thinking about in the moment? I think most of us just think, oh my gosh, he's calm in the moment. Let's think about the future, bitch. Let's think about that. Let's not always think about what's happening in current time. Like, yes, we should be thinking about that, but temporary sensations are temporary for a reason. They disrespected your boundary and then you took them back because you're like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna be okay. Like he did it one time. If he does it another time, then, or, I'll leave him and then he apologizes again. And then it's a repeating cycle of him repeating the same bullshit that he or she has done over and over and over and over and over again. It's like, when are you gonna grow some balls and leave there, bitch? When are you gonna leave? Are you gonna keep staying and endorse the pain? Or are you gonna make your own sensations that are gonna last a lifetime more than that rat or scumbag has ever gave you, babes? Like, what are we doing? You guys have to stop holding on to memories and thinking that just because you went through this one thing means that he's going to stay forever or she's going to stay forever. It doesn't mean anything. You have to let go, you have to heal. And I swear to you that next person will treat you better than the last. And if that person doesn't treat you right, on to the next. If that person doesn't treat you right, on to the next, and then on to the next, and then on to the next. No, I'm kidding. At some point, bitch, you have to chill out. I feel as if many people get into these relationships not knowing what the fuck they want. People just go into the relationship just flexing that they're in a relationship. That doesn't mean anything. You can still be in a relationship and still be miserable. Everything that you see on social media with couples being this and that and highly favored or whatever like that, like, don't romanticize that life. I hate parasocial people on the internet. Like, I really do. Like, we have to get a grip of that. I feel like I'm gonna talk about that even more, like in later videos or whatever. But like, stop with the parasocialness. Every time a fucking couple breaks up, you're just like, oh my gosh, like I love them so much. Oh my gosh, they were so cute. And I hate when people say, I have no hope for any relationships.
Bro, what the fuck are you even talking about, bro?
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Gus, what are you talking about? Like, that does not make sense. Stop. Stop with that parasocialness. Stop. That is so fucking weird. I don't care what you say. Like, when Diara and Ken had broke up, you don't know how much people I seen romanticize them. Like, stop romanticizing other people's life because most of the time, 10 times out of 10, that nigga or that girl might be cheating or they might not have the perfect life. It's like with Dirk in India. I just saw a fucking tweet the other day. Oh my gosh, I bet India is so hurt right now of what's going on. I really do love them. I hope she's okay. The same one who has like cheated on like, many times and she has still gone back to him. Still gone back. I don't know why you guys romanticize it. Like, and then people feeling bad as if he didn't choose the life. Now, I'm not saying I like don't feel like bad, but it's just like it's hard to. It's normal. It's human emotions to have sympathy. That's what I'm gonna say. But she knew what she was dealing with when she was fucking with him from the start. Like y'all are not the victim. Stop with the victim mentality. Get up and move. The same way he has treated you over and over again and you keep coming back, he will always give you the red light. Like he will always give you, I said red light, a red flag or whatever. He's always going to give you a sign and is always going to remind you of why you shouldn't be with him. And I had the chance to text him. God reminded me of why we broke up in the first place. Like he will, like God will give you the sign And even the dude will give you a sign that it's just like, why are you here? Like, why are you still here after me treating you like ass most of the time? You know? It just doesn't work out. And that's okay. Like some things don't have to work out. And that's fine. That's literally fine. I think everybody thinks it's the end of the world if you don't have a relationship, but it's not the end of the world. Now, I do feel as if humans do deserve love. Like, they deserve a lot of love. And I agree with that. Like, we are very sensitive human beings, whether if you're not sensitive or not. You're sensitive. We're all sensitive. We all deserve love. We all need love. And we all need human interaction, you know? And I feel like that's okay, but it's 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 not healthy when to the point where you need it so much that you will physically or mentally want to get abused for it just to say that you love the person. That is not love. That is not love. That is toxic. That's not love. That is that person simply just disrespecting you and walking all over you because they will. And they will continue to do it because you allow that shit to happen. You are not the victim anymore if you know that you can leave the situation, you know you can leave it, and you are still willing to go on from it. And I have had a friend like that before where she's been cheated on or whatever like that, and she still kept going back to him or whatever like that, just because of the sake of like, oh, I love him. Bitch, he don't love you. Why? Like, he don't love you. Like, what? He doesn't give a fuck about you. If you were to get run over by a car right now, you would still be in the hospital and he would care for a little bit, but a man is gonna do what they want to do and still want something, and he gonna get it. I don't know where he gonna get it from, but he gonna get it now. I'm not saying this is every man or this is every woman, but I'm just saying they don't have a right to give you anything, to be honest. And if they don't, then they don't. And that's okay. Leave them, you know. Upgrade yourself to be the better person. Upgrade yourself to be the better woman, to be the better man. Move in silence. Stop listening to other people and stop always trying to find lust. Because some of you guys are not trying to find love, you guys are finding lust. You guys are finding demons. You guys are finding energies that are taking your spirit away. I can make a whole. There's so much things I could talk about. There's so much things I could talk about with energies and all that because if we're being honest, you guys are giving your energies to demons. Now, I'm not saying I never gave energy to the damn demon. I'm not gonna call him that, but I definitely gave my energy to a person that didn't deserve it, and they took that energy and they ran with it. But you can always take that energy back and make it more bigger. You don't have to allow them to take whatever. Get it back. Get it back. You know? You don't even have to get it back. It's like someone stealing that $1 out of your pocket. You can make more. You can make millions. Fuck the dollar that somebody took out that pocket. You can make more than that. A dollar don't mean nothing. No, I'm playing. Yes, I do. I do in this economy, bitch, but I'm just saying. It just proves the point that you can always regenerate that energy and turn it into something better. And if you do want to give that person a second chance, because I do believe in second chances, you can. But don't make the first mistake that you did the first time. Don't be like that and learn. You have to learn. If you're not learning, you're still going to keep making the same mistakes, and same mistakes. And sometimes those same mistakes, it does take a lot of mistakes to realize that you are being a dummy bitch. It does take a lot of that to realize, what am I doing? Sometimes you do have to lose yourself in order to gain yourself. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes you really do have to lose yourself in order to find who you are as a person, you know? And that has happened to me. And that will happen to everybody. I'm not saying like this whole process is linear to do because I mean some people are still going on their ex's Instagrams and stalking them, which to me that is not normal. Don't do that. You know? Do not do that. If you are checking in on a person who is not checking in on you, why are you doing that? They don't care about you. Why are you checking in on a person who doesn't care about you? Block them. Block them. It's like out of mind, out of sight. If you're not thinking about them, if you're not seeing them everywhere on your for you page or whatever, you're not gonna be thinking about them. And the more you don't think about them, the more you're gonna forget everything. Like those memories that you have of that person, they will become embarrassing to you of why you even gave them a chance in the first place. I think a lot of women have gone through that where it's just like, what did I actually see in him? You know, a lot of women go through that. Or I don't know if men go through it, but you know, some men will give a woman a chance and end up not really liking the woman in the first place. Now you're kind of regretting it, and you're just like, why was I so obsessed with that man? Like, why was I that obsessed? I mean, it's gonna be okay. It's okay. You know, everybody has gone through that at some point in their lives where they felt like they were in love, and maybe it wasn't love. Maybe it was just you wanting something. You didn't actually want that person. You didn't actually see something in that person that you thought you did. You saw the potential that they might have. And to that, I say they have no potential. You can't do that. You can't. There's no potential in another person. There's none unless they take that chance to create something out of it. That potential means that you're going to create something out of something. You know, like he has the potential to be fit. Well, is he trying? No. He has the potential to be nice or empathetic or more sensitive or more vulnerable. Is he trying? Stop looking at potential, wasted potential at that. Stop doing that. Stop it. Like, it's so annoying seeing a woman throw away their life or their morals or their sensibility, their integrity for a dude that doesn't care. Perfect example could be Krishan. It's like she was once like a track star at one point. She had a lot of things going for her life, and unfortunately, she ended up with this dude who was just very mentally abusive, very mean. I mean, you guys know the story. I shouldn't have to explain it to you, but it shows that you could really, in 1 second, just waste your life like that. And time passes by so fast you wouldn't even notice. And it gets to a point where you're not the victim anymore. You're just not. Because if you know you can leave, then leave. It's your worth over everything else. It's your respect and your worth over your feelings. But yeah, to that I say, ladies looking for love, don't look for it. It will find you eventually. Stop wanting the love. And like, this goes for me too, because like, it was a point in my life where I was just like looking at everyone and I was like, oh my gosh, like he's so this, he's so that. Oh my gosh, he could be this, he could be that. Well, he's not, bitch. So stop creating narratives in that thick ass head of yours and start creating realities, bitch. Because in reality, that dude that you just saw at your college campus the other day who gave you a little eye contact and now you guys are in an eye situationship or whatever like that, bitch, he's probably messing with five different girls at the college campus. Stop with the narratives. The lust, baby, it's a lust. It's you and you're lonely, pathetic. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't expect everything. Expect nothing and you will gain everything you want. And I swear you will. It would eventually find you. When you get what you want, that is like God's direction. And when you don't get what you want, that is literally God's protection. If you don't have it, then you don't have it. It's not for you yet. Like right now, I was looking for some things in other people and I realized like you don't you don't want that. You miss the feeling. You miss the feeling of being loved. And what you need to do is love yourself, hun. Stop looking for love within other people because they're not gonna give you what you want. You have to give yourself what you want. But cheers. Cheers, love. Cheers.